Hello, everyone. It's Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained. Welcome back for another discussion with a co-host. This has been really a treat for me because I usually review all the Matt Fraser and other psychic mediums out there. And now I'm getting a different perspective from people. So I've really bugged a lot of people who were watching the event with me live. And they're also people, some of them are brand new to this world of psychic mediums, and some of them, like Adrienne here, has been around for a while. So I'm going to let Adrienne go ahead and introduce herself. Go ahead and tell everybody who you are, Adrienne.
Oh, I just realized my name on the screen is wrong. It says Penny Hill. My
I
name is
love that.
Adrienne Hill.
I love it.
And the penny comes from the Skeptic Zone podcast, which I am a reporter on. And I play the role every once in a while of a psychic penny. So
I
that's
love
why
it.
it says penny here.
I love it. I love it.
Kind of a fun way to introduce myself. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've been a member of Susan Gerbic's Guerrilla Skepticism on Wikipedia team since 2018.
Wow.
And
That
I know,
long.
isn't that crazy?
Time
Yeah,
just,
yeah. I wasn't really active though until about 2020 because I had some health issues, but we were in contact and I was sort of trading off and on. And so I've gotten to be friends with Susan, learned all about the psychic community, which I really didn't know anything about, other than the fact that I didn't think it was real. That was about it. I always kind of thought psychics would read people like Sherlock Holmes did, which isn't actually really what happens either. So as I learned. And so I really didn't know much about the psychic world until I met Susan and Mark Edward. And so I've been part of the skeptic community now for a long time.
yeah.
Editing Wikipedia,
And you've been on
podcasting.
this channel several times before, but there were long videos and it's been a while. So we've reviewed some before in the past. So we've
Oh.
promised to try to keep this to an hour. So we're gonna
Good
do
luck
it,
with that.
guys.
We're gonna do it. We're
But
gonna do it. We'll
we
just
can
talk
do it.
after.
We can do it and let them know you're in Canada and you have
Yes.
expertise in other areas. What is that in, Adrian?
Yeah, so I am from Calgary, Canada, and I have been an advocate for people with Tourette syndrome, OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, and ADHD since 2005 because my own kids have these disorders.
Mhm.
And so as a teacher, I'm also a retired high school math teacher. I would go into classrooms and help teachers teach these kids learn strategies, evidence-based strategies, or as we like to say now, science-based strategies that work. And so I'm a big advocate. I still am an advocate, and I'm a board member for the Tourette OCD Alberta Network presently. And I'm sort of moving out of that a little bit, leaving it to younger, better people to do the work that I used to do. And sort of I've mentored them along, that kind of thing. So I am a consultant still, but I don't do as much going into the classrooms anymore. Now I do work for Susan, volunteer work.
And for
I don't
Rachel
get,
Saunders on the Skeptic Zone,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
learned all about using voices and oh man, she
Microphones.
is doing all sorts of work. It's just
Yeah,
incredible. So I've managed to rope you into doing this event. So this should be fun
yeah,
because
it
you
should be
did
fun.
get to watch a few of the Matt Fraser things, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and I really wasn't familiar with him other than you mentioning his name. I really didn't know what he looked like or how he did things. So it was quite astounding to me to watch it for the first time, to be honest.
Mhm.
And as a result, I signed up for another reading because I
Oh,
do
that's
find it
right.
fascinating.
You did the angel readings.
Did the angel readings, yes.
I told you I would rather floss my cat. anything to,
But I
anything than
learned
angel
things.
readings. Good
I
Lord,
learned
no.
some things again, that I thought were very interesting. We can discuss them if we have time, but we may not have time today.
No. It'll be a report on the skeptic zone, right?
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
for
that's
sure.
what you're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And I just don't know when it will be because he just had his 900th episode, which was
Hmm.
really exciting. So I was busy with that. And then we have a skeptic camp coming up here in
Yeah, she's flying
Edmonton.
down. She's gonna be in this room here in real life. She's gonna be sitting in the chair next to me.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
coming down to Monterey County to we're gonna do a skeptic camp this weekend, but
One of them about ADHD, which
mhm.
did you see somebody wrote in the comments that they were really excited about that one. So I'm
No,
like,
I haven't
yes.
seen that. I've been doing
Yeah.
these Matt Fraser readings all for the last 24 hours, 76 hours. I don't know. So what
Yeah, so I
people
have
are
to
going to,
review the videos, and so it'll be a while
oh
before
yeah,
that will be out.
there'll
Yeah.
be time.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is for those people who are new to watching this, welcome. If you'd like to subscribe, if you find this kind of thing, this analysis interesting, we're going to be looking at a hot reader. I mean, I'm sorry, a cold reader, which is typical of most psychics. All psychic mediums have a little different style. So because we've been enmeshed in the Matt Fraser world for months, and I followed him for years, that I can't not see it now. So lots of people are going to look at his readings and think they're really precise and exact and on and on. And I'm just like, no, oh no, no, no. It just comes with expertise. So Adrienne's kind of new to this one, but I think she's going to be picking up on it. We haven't talked about it at all. I've given her a transcript. I threw her an interview, one of the readings. There's a Canadian in it, so I gave it to her. I'm like, here, you can have the Canadian one. Maybe that'll make sense to you. And
Well, actually, it does kind of help with one part, so we'll
oh
discuss
yeah,
that
when
when
we
we
get
get
there.
there. Yeah.
So we haven't discussed. So maybe we're going to disagree. The
Mm.
last reading I did with Rebecca, which was a British woman, her and I completely disagreed on most of the reading. It was very interesting to see it from two perspectives.
Mhm.
And as Rebecca says in there, she says, Matt made it so vague that we were able to completely have two different narratives of what was going on because you saw it one way and I saw it another way. That's how she said it. So
Yeah.
check out all these videos that we're doing with these other people who are talking about these events. You'll know what you're looking at because the thumbnail is like a hot purple pink border to it, and that's how you know you've stumbled on one of our readings of with Matt Fraser and so on. So I'm going to stop and start it quite a bit, but be aware that Adrienne and I are looking at a clear, crisp video where we can see emotions, we can see uh, all kinds of things. So the background, what they're wearing, all that. But you guys watching this right now are going to see a blur over the person's face and their name is going to be hidden. I mean, Matt will say their name, but it's not going to be something that's searchable for privacy reasons. I want to leave these people alone. I don't want anybody touching or contacting them. So
Mhm.
Adrienne and I will stop and we'll say what we're seeing if there's something to see. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to show everybody. There's going to be there's going to be two people and it's got a white background on it. It's going to come up first. They're only going to be on the screen a couple, maybe 10 seconds. And it's because Matt Fraser, when he's doing these gallery readings, he's finished the reading and said goodbye to the people that are on the screen. And then immediately he starts talking about the next person he wants to pull forward. Now there's a waiting area. Matt can see this waiting area and it's got different thumbnails of different people on there. So he can, if he wants, and I've seen him do this in several videos, he can say to the person, he can say something like, I'm getting a Joseph. Does that relate to anybody? And he can see the different thumbnails and he can get people nodding like, yeah, or he can be like seeing people go, no. And then he'll call on the person that says that. So we're not going to see any of that. But I want to make sure that people understand that I am not editing Matt Fraser's video in any way. His reading is completely from the moment he brings the first person on till the very end. You'll see everything, except you won't see it clearly. Adrienne and I will do that. And I'm doing this, so I'm going to leave the person on the screen that is the person we don't want to talk about. That's a whole different reading. Rebecca and I did that one already. And then I'll pause once he starts introducing himself to this or asks and talks to the next person. So then I'll stop at Adrienne. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
She's ready. She probably has notes. You got notes?
Not really. I just
Okay.
have.
Yes. Okay. So you're seeing on the screen right now, I've got captions down here nice and big, and I've gone through it. So I think they're pretty accurate. And the people on the screen right now that you guys are kind of seeing as a blur, that is the last reading that just ended. So Matt's going to just kick them off right now. And then we're going to go to the reading that Adrienne and I are going to watch. And then I will stop it after he says a little bit. And then Adrienne's going to describe to you who those people are, what their ages are, and what they look like and all that.
I also at the same time, so hold on. I got to see, is it, Carol, your dad passed? Your dad departed?
Yes.
I know that your dad is here. Where are you guys right now?
All right, let's get a description. What are we looking at there? What is everybody looking at on there, Adrienne? Who are these
There's
people?
two women.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's an older woman and a younger woman, and they're sitting together. I just thought that. I don't know if that's a crutch behind her or something, or is she sitting in a chair? I'm not sure.
I think it's the back of the chair.
Okay, back of the chair. Anyway, they're extremely excited, it looks like, and they're really expressing surprise. The mother is putting her, I guess, whose father has died, putting a hand over her mouth in disbelief.
She's on the
I
right.
guess.
She's on the right in black. The mother.
Yes, that's right. She's in black, and then the daughter is that red? Looks like a red shirt.
How old would you say they are?
I would guess that she's about my age, your age, same age as us, and the daughter looks like she might be in her 20s. Would that be about right, do you think?
Yeah, I think the mother, Carol, I guess is her name. She looks like she's probably in her late 50s, probably something like that. I'm not seeing a lot of gray hair. And this is all important because we know that Matt does one of three things when he introduces himself, when he comes in at the first cold read. It's either parent, grandparent, or mystery. And that mystery is often a tragedy. And so based on the age of the person that he sees first, he's going to start with that. So because Carol looks like she's in her late 50s, maybe early 60s.
Yeah.
It's likely that her parent has died.
Correct. Yes.
So he'll often start with a parent in that case. But in this case, it happened exactly like I said, where he's looking at all the thumbnails that are in a waiting room. They're pre-selected people. And he said, Carol, has your dad died? And she must have nodded yes. And he said, okay, we're going to Carol. But if she had said no, then he would have said, well, I'm getting a man coming through that somebody's dad is, and then he would go to the person, another one, he'd say, Melissa, is that your dad? And then Melissa will say yes. And Melissa will appear on the screen and we'll never see Carol. So that's how he's doing that. So the daughter, they're obviously mother-daughter. They look just like each other. Yeah. And Christmas clothes, there's Christmas stuff. So he knows they're not Jewish.
Oh, good point. Yes.
Not that we have seen anybody else on these calls that are Jewish. They all seem to be, some kind of Christmas background or something. But that would make a difference if they're Jewish, if you're going to be talking about Christmas or something.
That's right, too.
So he knows he's free game to talk about that. Is that a room back there?
Looks like it, yeah. I think there's a room.
Block on the wall.
With a door. Or maybe it's a window. It's hard to say.
And
my pareidolia is saying that there's a little ghost in the background.
There may be. I think we're going to get a ghost. It may be human and it may not be here in a minute. But the daughter is just so excited. She looks these people are definitely excited and impressionable and probably have a lot of grief going on in their lives. And they're primed for Matt. They're
absolutely
on the edge of their seats. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what else happens.
We're in Quebec, Rouen, Noranda, Quebec.
Oh, beautiful. I gotta tell you, your father would not leave me alone on the other side, because right away when I'm connecting, he's like, my family's here. And this man, when he was here in this world, he was somebody that lived life by his own rules, did what he wanted, said what he wanted, and he's still that way on the other side, because he's going to be, Matt, can you believe I effing died? Can you believe I effing left this world? He's saying to me. Because when I'm connecting with your father, he was in disbelief. I hear him, everybody, being concerned over his illness and the things that were going on in your body. And your dad's like, I'm fine. Nothing's going to happen to me. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Please know that he is here. And also when I'm connecting, your dad is also there's something he needs to bring through to you. And I don't know the whole family dynamic. Okay. I don't know everything about your life. I just know what he's telling me. But your dad said to me, he had to straighten out some things when he got to the other side. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And your dad's telling me about this family feud or these family issues that happens, that the moment he got to heaven, he's like, I had to resolve this. And he wants to let you know that he resolved these family issues when he got to the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna
Does that make
stop.
sense to you?
Does that make sense to you, Adrienne?
Oh, it makes total sense to me because I don't know what family doesn't have issues.
Oh, come on. And on the other side, my gosh, that opens it up to everybody
Mhm.
ever.
For sure. I mean, we can go back. I mean, I can go back into my family history, and I certainly know of some pretty severe issues, conflicts, etc., from grandparents and great grandparents that, stories that have been passed down. So that would be a hit for me too.
Yeah, I
So
think everybody who's watching this right now, it would be a hit for them.
for sure. For sure. And I also noticed how much he threw out. He talks very quickly. He threw out a lot of words about the dad's passing, so that there's definitely going to be picking up of the hits for these people, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
There was talk about sudden passing and illness, but he hid it. And, there were traits about the father that would just, what was it that he said that, oh, no, I can't remember, about the personality, about,
It's only been 10 seconds there, Adrienne. We've already forgotten.
yeah, this is
It was
called
so general. It was
ADHD.
very
This is
general.
called, this is called
Well, no,
ADHD.
he's speaking fast and it's just word salad in some
It
cases.
is. And you're going to get a hit out of all that word salad for sure. Again, he died. He died of something.
We know that.
And, yeah.
Okay.
And it could be an illness. It was unexpected. It was expected. It sounds, he was throwing all those words out. And yeah, okay. He expected it apparently, but nobody else did, or maybe not. I don't know. I was confused by the end of all that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Now, one of the things I've noticed that we didn't notice before is that the woman in red, the daughter, she's got a Christian cross on her,
Mhm.
and that was something we hadn't seen before. And that, of course, that can
Mm,
make him go to more of a religious kind of reading instead of just like a ho ho Santa Claus kind of reading,
right.
I
Does he
guess.
usually talk about heaven? He certainly talked about
Sometimes,
heaven.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
He talked about it a lot in the angel readings.
Oh, yeah. He sometimes
Mm,
does. I would assume that it changes depending on where he feels. Now, I didn't
mhm.
realize it before, but there's a child in that room.
There is?
Because yeah, because the woman in red got up and then
I
I could
saw
see
her
the
get
child
up.
run behind him. And then the grandmother's like telling the
Oh.
whoever's in the room to go around the outside of don't come in front of the computer, but to go around the outside. So I'm curious if Matt's gonna refer to the child in the room as in probably that's obviously her daughter.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
if the daughter's also got another child there, then that's his grandchild.
Mhm.
So will Matt mention that there is a grandchild that the father who's died is looking
It would
at?
be a great grandchild, wouldn't it? Because it's the mother's father. Hope I'm not getting it confused.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's the mother's
Okay.
father. So if he's a special angel watching over the family, then
Hmm.
there's a child. So yeah. Hmm. Interesting. All right, let's go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are with people who had like passed away, because when I'm connecting, I know that it also trickled here in this world, but these were with people who had passed as well, because he's telling me through, and like your dad's like, the one thing that I wanted with my death is if there was another side, when I got to the other side, he goes, I was going to straighten this out. And he shows me on the other side, like there being like, there was like this rift within the family, and like your dad pulling certain souls together and like repairing things. So
Aw,
I need you to know that your dad is letting you know that everyone is at peace up there.
good.
And your dad is also telling me that that was one of the things that broke his heart when he was here and he was alive. He said that he was able to work through this on the other side, and he wishes that before he died, he was able to keep the family together. He wishes he would have gotten to resolve things when he was here with everybody. And he says, I didn't get to do that. It wasn't until I died that I had gotten that opportunity.
Okay.
But that bothered him every day, because your dad was a family man. He was a family
Mm.
person. And he kept saying to me, like, this shouldn't have happened. This was beyond my control. There was nothing that I could do. And I see that, he tried when he was here, but he was unsuccessful. Like I said, it wasn't until he got to the other side. Like, that's his main message to you, is that he needs to let you know that everything's resolved. And
Aw.
he's acknowledging that when I'm speaking to him. He's also telling me that he was, well, he's
Want to
not
stop for a sec?
telling me, he's showing me
Yeah.
your dad was a freaking
Mhm.
So he wanted to resolve the family feud issue, whatever you wanted to call it, before he died, but he wasn't able to do it until after he died.
Well, the
So
other people were dead.
exactly. So how could he have resolved it before he died if the other people were dead?
Oh, good point. Maybe he brought him to grave. Maybe he brought him to the afterlife with him. He said, "We're all going together."
Maybe
Well,
there's more
because
than
we
one
don't know
person that
how he
died.
died. Do
No,
we?
we
Do
don't know
we
how
know
many.
yet how he died?
Mm-mm.
Do we know what his daughter's name, his granddaughter's name, the woman in red, is yet? No. Do we know how long Dad has been dead?
No, I just thought it was very strange. And the other thing
Hmm.
that I wonder, he's going on and on about this repaired this feud. He repaired it with the other, I guess, spirits in heaven. How was it repaired? What was the feud? These are the questions that he's not answering. It's just general stuff.
Yeah, just
Maybe.
very general. She's agreeing to it, but then again, like you
Mm-hmm.
say, who doesn't have drama in their family
Yeah,
somewhere, living or dead?
exactly.
You could pick from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, and
specifics at all. Just a very generic
we
feud.
don't know what Dad's name is. We don't know how long he's been dead. We do not know what
Mm-mm.
killed him. We do not know anything other than Dad was a family man. That's about it. I think that's
And
all we've
he
got, right?
and he
He's
fixed the
dead.
feud. Some unknown feud with some people maybe that died before, but because he said that he might have been able to resolve it when he was alive, maybe
This is
alive?
like a
I don't
Disney
know.
film or something like Coco or something where you get the people who are dead and they're resolving issues from the past with the people in the living, and everybody's gonna live happily ever after because it's nonsense, people. It is just
Mhm.
nonsense. But these
Okay,
people
go
are
ahead.
reading and they really, really, really want this reading. So,
For
and they
sure.
believe it. They believe it. I believe. Gosh, they look so much like each other.
They do.
Even the mannerisms is really interesting. But he didn't ask her if that was her daughter, did he?
I don't think so, no.
Sometimes he'll say, "And who is this with you?"
Yes, he does,
But he
doesn't he?
didn't
Yeah,
in this
he did
case.
not. No.
No, this is definitely okay. Here we go.
Hard worker here in this
Here we goes
world.
to
And
hardworking
when I'm
dad.
speaking to him, I'm also seeing him fixing things and like putting things together when I'm speaking to him. And did he have like this tool shed when he was here where he would like either work on cars or like work on like mechanics and things?
Yep, old cars and yeah.
All I see is him showing me like this disgusting shed with all these like tools and parts everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I see your dad's hands being literally black from like the oil and like the dirt of like whatever was in this garage. And you know what I keep smelling when I'm connected with him? All I keep smelling is like, you know what that crude oil smell? Like that disgusting, like it's like crude, like I don't know what it'd be called. It's like crude oil, I think it like like a petroleum type smell.
Yeah.
It used to smell like that. All I keep smelling is that smell.
Okay.
I feel like it was like embedded in that shed. Like the moment you went into that shed, like that's all you smelled. So know that it's like a grease smell. That's how I can explain it. So he's acknowledging this because he says to me, Matt, this is what I used to like to do. He goes, I loved my family, and when I wasn't with my family, he goes, I'd be out in the shed, I'd be redoing these cars, I'd be like tinkering with mechanics and all of these things. So know that he's bringing that through when I'm connecting. And your dad also says to me this.
Okay, there's something else I wanted to mention if you want to cut in too, but we don't know yet. I mean, it hasn't come up yet. This woman in red is nodding to everything. The daughter, she's nodding to everything as if she knows this to be true. How long has Dad been dead?
I think we
She's
find
just
out later, don't we?
Yeah, we find out later. But do you see how people, they're just moving along with the reading and agreeing to everything that they're hearing, whether it's alive or not, whether it's truth or not. That's what human beings do. We tend to nod when people are talking to us and we're encouraging them. Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. So I think that's fascinating.
And so far,
Mhm.
oh, sorry, I was going to say, so far, there's nothing extraordinary about anything they've said about an older gentleman from that era who loved to fix things.
Take care of his family.
I mean, you could
Worked
even
on
say that about
cars.
you and I. You and I like to fix things.
Yeah, my dad, this could be my dad right here. Exactly. He
For
didn't have
sure.
a shed, but he had a workshop and his hands would get really dirty. And sometimes they smell like grease. And I mean, in those days, Adrienne, we didn't you fixed it yourself, or you
Exactly.
did it with your buddy. And it wasn't
Mhm.
like our cars were all computer,
Correct.
so this is
Yeah, a lot of people,
a
it
stereotype.
is. Yeah. But it's also true because, as you say, not everybody could afford a mechanic. A lot of people did their own thing. It just like repairs in the household. You don't necessarily hire somebody, you do it yourself. My dad always did everything himself.
Mhm. So if the mom is 60, Carol, then
Mhm.
her father, if he was alive, would probably be about 85.
Mhm.
So he would have been born in the 40s,
That's
late
correct. Yep.
30s,
Yep.
something like that. So of course
Mhm.
that's what you're going to do, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know. You have anything else you want to say before I start?
Nope. Well, maybe just that the mother seems less enthusiastic for some reason about agreeing. She's much more reserved in her agreeing with things, but she is agreeing.
Okay, let's see.
Your dad is talking about watching over the family and watching over you, and your dad is just acknowledging. He says, Matt, he goes, just because I died, I want my family to know that I will always be their protector. He is worried about you for some reason, about your leg. He told me there was some leg issue that you had.
Yes. Oh my God.
He's telling me like you might have to, I don't want to make you upset, but you might have to get another surgery. That might need to be a procedure.
Okay.
How do you connect with that? What happened with your leg?
Well, I had a varicose vein removed last year. Now I have back problems. It's just snowballing.
Okay. All I have to tell you is that your dad says to me, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. So whatever had happened, he was talking about your leg being affected and this happening, but your dad's like, let her know she's going to be okay. She's going to be fine. But your dad also says to me, don't put it off. Don't put it off. Because he tells me that you're living with pain or living with some of these issues. And your dad's saying it doesn't have to be that way. You got to let her know that.
Okay.
So know that he is bringing that through as well when I'm connecting with him.
Okay, I'm going to pause
He's also-
right here because, and I'm going to come back to you, Adrienne, because, so here we go. Back to you. So
Mhm.
right here really bugs me because people don't see the harm in the
Mhm.
medical part. They're thinking, oh, he got her leg. He knew that something was wrong with her leg and that she might have to have surgery again. Seems not like a big deal. But you've heard me talk about this probably before.
Mhm.
And what we
And
get,
I feel the same way. I
yeah,
get
so
pretty
we don't
upset.
even have to explain it. We psychically know we agree. And the audience is going, what the hell are they talking about? So what happens is that the woman, she thinks that she is being looked over by the great Matt Fraser, who's the America's top medium, this elite person out there speaking to the dead and, has a TV show and all this stuff. So she thinks she's just been reviewed, her health wise, by Matt Fraser.
Well,
So,
her husband or her dad, sorry, not her
yeah,
husband.
her dad through Matt
The
Fraser.
protector.
Yeah,
He's protecting
he's
her.
reviewed her health.
Mhm.
Now she's saying her health is bad and there's all kinds of things going wrong. But
Mhm.
the only thing that Matt is mentioning or dad is mentioning is her leg. So
Mhm.
what happens is in this woman's mind, argument from authority, she thinks she's got her health checkup right now. And the only thing she's got to get reviewed is her leg.
Mhm.
So this is going to mean that she's going to put off other things that may be
Possibly,
bothering
yes.
her. She might not
Mhm.
go for her mammogram. She might not go for her colonoscopy. She might not take her high blood pressure medicine or whatever or put it off, or other kinds of surgery she's got to do because the only thing the dad saw was the
Mhm.
leg. Everything else
Mhm.
is good. And nobody volunteers like, I can't wait to go get my colonoscopy. Gee, I'm going to go get my mammogram. I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. So if
Yeah,
you have
it's
an excuse to put it off,
mhm.
you just got it from dad.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And the protector thing bothers me as well. It's, a false sense of security. Like you're saying, maybe she will delay a medical exam or like how does the dad protect you? I don't understand that, but that's because I grew up in a family that didn't talk like that. So I have trouble with that.
It's Adrienne talks a lot about law of attraction and the lucky girl syndrome and all
Mhm.
these other kind of things. And it relates to this as well, right? Because if you got people who are manifesting or think they're manifesting a guardian angel is taking good care of you, then we'll speak to that, Adrienne. I'll just throw that in your lap like the friend that I am.
Yeah, well, they think they they think that if they just have the right thoughts and they obviously go to see Matt Fraser and speak to their dead father, that all will be good and that good fortune will come to them, money will come to them, health will come to them, whatever it may be, just by thinking. And the world, unfortunately, does not work that way. Sometimes we think things and they happen by coincidence, and that's what usually makes this so compelling to people. Because you could just, it's so vague. You're going to have good fortune. Your dad is protecting you. And the next day, she falls down the stairs into a laundry basket and she goes, "Look at that. I'm protected by my dad."
He put the laundry basket so I could fall into it. I only have both legs broken, but I could be dead.
Exactly.
It's how you look at it, how you phrase it.
Yeah, it's just the only thing that came into my head there, so I apologize for that.
I like that. That's kind of pretty. Yeah. That's why I don't have a second floor in my house.
Yes.
I'm afraid of falling downstairs into the laundry basket.
Well, and it is dangerous, right? Those
laundry
stairs
baskets
can be dangerous.
You got to watch out for those laundry baskets.
Well, the laundry baskets are the good part.
Only if they got stuff in it.
If they're soft-sided.
In it, then that's not going to help us anywhere. The other thing I talk about a lot is that, I'm sorry I'm harping on it, but I need to get this message out to every single person who watches this and get it ingrained in your head. This woman will never, ever get a reading from Matt Fraser again, nor will her daughter, because it's the luck of the draw. It's like winning the lottery. There are numerous amounts of people on this call. I'm not going to say how many. It'll be revealed in an upcoming episode. But she's never going to get another reading with Matt. He doesn't do personal readings. You have to get it by a gamble like this or going to one of his shows and you just happen to get called out of the audience. So because she thinks this is real, her and her daughter and the grandchild there that's going to be conditioned to believe in this as well are going to reach out to other mediums because this is going to be a high. They're going to be like, yeah, I got a reading. I want to hear from so-and-so. I want to hear from my husband. I want to hear from my son. I want to hear from all these other people, my best friend, blah, blah, blah. And they're not going to get somebody like Matt. And they're going to likely get somebody who's cheap, who's available, and has a lot of personality. And that world isn't very healthy. There's a lot of people out there who are going to give a lot of things that are not good, like medical advice, financial advice, and so on. And they bring you in, do our workshops, cost money. Come to our seminar, that costs money. Come on, I think you're a medium. You're an empath. You've got it. You're a healer yourself. You just sign up for our classes. And it becomes this little culture that is formed around a medium. Because that's what happens after you have a reading with Matt Fraser. She's not going to walk away from this and go, I'm good. I never need to go see a medium again. It'll continue. And it doesn't there's continue the people, well.
No. And there's even the people who will say you're not having luck because you're cursed and you need to pay money to me and we'll get rid of the curse. And there's lots of ways they do that. There's multiple different avenues they use for that.
Bob Nygaard, our Nygaard. Check him out. But I forgot about that.
You wouldn't think
That's
it
another
exists.
world. Yeah.
I mean, just recently in Australia, what was it? Millions of dollars that were scammed out of a community that way. It happens to the vulnerable, and that's why it's so wrong. Right. But also, I have a question for you now, Susan.
Only on Tuesdays and twice on Thursdays.
There you go. So I'll come back to you on Thursdays.
I have no idea.
Why do all the psychic mediums that I have watched to date, which isn't a lot, but I've noticed it, they always use questions. They don't say, you had leg surgery, didn't you? They go, why? Or did you have leg surgery? Did you have an issue?
Oh, come on, Adrienne, you know the answer to this because it's cold reading. He's cold reading. And because and by asking open-ended questions like that, the woman is going to answer with more information than he gave.
So it's to get more information out there.
And it keeps them engaged. These people are so excited to talk to Matt Fraser,
Yeah.
the amazing Matt Fraser, America's psychic top medium. And they're just like, it's like talking to a celebrity because and more, bigger than a celebrity. This is better
Mhm.
than Clooney or Bumble Bobble.
So the sitters don't ever see the questions as being like a hunt, a search for,
No,
it's interesting. It's so
no, they're not
interesting
even
to
paying
me.
attention. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
paying attention and they're just thinking it's like clarifying things
Hmm.
because it's
Hmm.
not a perfect world. Matt sees images and sometimes he gets a little
Hmm.
confused and I need to help him out a little bit, Adrienne. I need to kind of make sure he knows he's on the right track. So I'm going to help a little bit. And they're going to forget completely that they had anything to do with this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
it's just cold reading, yeah.
it is a cold reading strategy then
Mhm.
to
And
ask the
sometimes
questions.
and open end and nobody will pay any attention to it at all.
Hmm.
So some people might notice it a little bit, but they just make excuses for Matt. They'll say, "Oh no," and this is true with all psychic mediums.
Hmm.
Some will Matt. Tyler Henry has a different style, and what Tyler Henry does is okay. So I'm Tyler, you're Adrienne, and I'll say, "So Adrienne, I'm hearing something about your arm, something that has to do with your wrist."
So it's a different form. It's not as an obvious a question in that way.
He gives a long pause.
Yeah.
He's the expert at the long pause and it's awkward.
Oh.
So you
And
want
people
to
fill
fill
it
in.
in.
I'm not going to say
Hmm.
anything. I'd say,
Hmm.
"Hey, Adrienne, this is really strange. I'm getting something about, there was a laundry basket at the bottom of the stairs. What is that all about?"
And you want to fill it in. You really want to
And then I'll
fill it in.
smile
Yeah.
and you'll fill it in because it's
Yeah.
awkward silence and you're trying
Hmm.
so hard. You're like, "Oh yeah, I have a second floor and I've never fallen in the laundry basket, but my daughter had this whatever. They were trying to go down the banister
My dog fell down the stairs yesterday.
or
That'll
yes,
be.
or we don't have a second floor, but we did stay at a hotel that had this, and my son, he fell over to the side and there was a laundry person nearby. They were like at the hotel, they were pushing one of those
Hmm.
carts around. That's what Matt Fraser, I mean not Matt Fraser, Tyler Henry
Tyler Henry.
gets
Hmm.
the long pause, and I've seen him do it a zillion times, and it is super awkward. And he
I'd
just
like to
smiles.
hear, I'd like to have Matt Fraser do a few more pauses because I actually was wondering during many of these things that I was watching, these readings that I was watching, and I'm reinforced today, right now. How does he have time to actually get these messages while he's talking so fast?
He's hearing all the dead that are trying to get a hold of him, and he's communicating with him. He says, "I just told him." He'll say that. "I just told him."
Yeah,
And I
he's
just
having a
asked him that
car.
question. It's all happening at once. So Rob Palmer asked me for a clip, and so I gave him a reading, and he's gonna maybe you should work on this with him because I don't want to. He wants to do voices. He's going to take the reading and he's going to have voices saying what it is that Matt's saying in male or female voices. So he'll be like, "And then I said," what he'll be whispering in the background because it's impossible. You cannot have conversations with people like that.
You know,
That doesn't make any sense.
I was at a workshop with Jenna Lee Morris, who's the head of the Rocky Mountain Atheists here, and she runs the Western Canadian Reason Conference coming up the first week of May. If anyone wants to come, it's
Every
going to be
year.
great here in Calgary every year. And I'm talking actually. And anyway, she did this really great workshop showing how people really can't multitask. I'd like to do that test on Matt Fraser.
I think he should, that's a superpower right there.
Oh my
If he can
goodness, yes.
hear what's happening, communicate in his brain questions,
Yeah.
and there's multiple dead people there, and he's listening to the people talk to him, and his mouth is moving. Man, that is
It's a
amazing.
superpower.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
he's about to have his third child. Well, he's not having, his
Mhm.
wife is, but that's going to come in handy.
Mm.
He got 3 kids under the age of 4. 3
Yeah,
kids under the age of
that's
4.
a
He's got a
busy
handful.
life.
Yeah,
busy,
yeah,
busy
yeah.
life.
All right, let's go back to this. Okay. You like this captioning thing? Because I'm really digging this.
It's great.
With the caption, with the man, I love this program I'm using. Okay, let's go back, you guys. That was a nice aside. We just want to see what kind of glasses Adrienne was wearing at the moment.
Me want to speak.
They're not gonna
I
know.
want to see a connection with seashells. So, was there a connection with the beach and seashells with him or the family?
Yeah, he was remarried in Florida. He used to travel a lot.
Perfect. Because when I'm connecting, he's bringing this through, and I also see like he keeps talking about like showing me visions of like walking the beach, and all I keep seeing is seashells in front of me as well. So I feel like he used to collect those at the end, or that was something he did at the end of his life, because he's acknowledging that in spirit as well.
Okay.
Adrienne, where is this place in Canada? Is it near a beach or water?
It's Eastern, excuse me. It depends on where it is. I have not looked it up in Quebec where they live, but Quebec is on the east coast of Canada. So,
So
and
it's
there's
not
also
Alberta. No beaches in Alberta.
yeah, they have some beaches, but I wouldn't go there. Kind of muddy.
Well,
for
they're
the
not
most
like
part.
ocean beaches with seashells.
No, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So what I thought was really interesting too is, did you see how hard both of them, the mother and the daughter, they're had this intense look of concentration on their faces to try to connect the seashells?
Oh, and then she says, "Oh, seashells, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Seashells equal Florida." I'm not
Mm-hmm.
quite. That's not what I would think. I think it's Scientology when I think of Florida, but I don't. I wouldn't have thought of. I wouldn't have thought
I,
of seashells.
I
I just
certainly
live in
think of
Monterey.
beaches, but yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't be the first thing. You know, I don't know, the whole thing, the reading right before this one, the person who just had a reading before this, I recorded an interview with
Mhm.
Rebecca, and you'll find it on the channel. And Matt said almost the same thing, but he was talking about stones, like
Mm.
small stones. Have you been collecting small stones in the memory of your son, and putting them in a garden and stuff? And when you go to the, where are you finding them? She goes, "Oh, I go to the beach." And he goes, "Oh, you're picking up stones." And then they have a memory for you, and you're putting them in your garden for your son. And kind of the same as he's talking about
Mm.
right here. It's very similar. And it was a reading right before this couple.
Interesting. And he also fills in the story after the fact, what they've told him already, and then he just makes it a little bit more of an elaborate story.
Right. She might
And
not
he's
even remember when she's done that she mentioned
Mhm,
Florida first. She might
mhm,
say, "Hey, this is really cool. I had this reading with Matt Fraser," and he knew that Grandpa was in Florida. He got remarried in Florida,
mhm.
not
Yeah.
remembering that she's the one who told Matt that.
And just out of interest, the angel reading, one of the
Mhm.
people in that also, one of his opening things. I see something about stones. He likes stones, apparently.
Oh, he likes whatever. He does birds, he does songs, whatever. I have a feeling he has just a little uh, 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 a box or something in front of him, and he says, "Okay, this one's going to be about birds, and the next one he'll just draw it randomly of whatever the next trope will be." I
But
think.
things like seashells, stones, etc., they have such a broad meaning that
Mhm.
people can connect it, because it could be stone, could be like a diamond ring,
Oh
it could
yeah.
be rocks in a garden, you just read on your garden, it could be so many things.
Oh, interesting. Could even be somebody's last name,
Yeah.
and if their last name is Stone, I bet you anything they're going to say it's a hit.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my gosh, these
Well,
guys
same
have
with
got it made. Anything hits. Everything hits.
yep,
And
same
it
with
sounds so
seashell.
specific.
What do? You think beach right away, right? You think seashell, beach, palm trees. You could throw out a whole bunch of words and you can associate with that, and you
They could have
think it
been
was
on
a hit.
vacation in Hawaii. They could have
Mhm.
been in
The
Fiji.
Bahamas.
Yeah, they could have wanted to go on vacation to one of those places. They could have
Hmm.
everything fits
Hmm.
because it's so broad. Okay, let's go back.
Please know this, for him to come through and to show that everything was resolved, right? It's your dad's way of also letting you know this, because he talks about like, for some reason, even though he'd passed away, it's like the family could not be at peace because of these issues that were going on.
Mm.
And your dad just said to me, I want to let you know that I'm sorry. Like I said, all he keeps saying to me is, "I'm sorry for not doing that when I was here. I'm sorry for not doing that when I was here." And he's bringing that through.
Wait, did we just go back to the beginning of the reading?
Do you know what I was thinking? That maybe all those voices that are coming into his head while he's talking so fast is starting to get him confused.
I literally had to look and see if I had fast forward, if I had rewound it accidentally, because that is exactly what we were on a minute ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the daughter's checked out. She's already on Instagram now, ordering a pizza or something off her phone.
Yeah, she's
She's
looking
checked
down
out
for
all of
sure.
a sudden.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. This is just boring as heck.
Yeah.
God, Grandpa, couldn't you just got this settled? Okay, now it's going to get better here in a minute. If
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
correctly.
Okay.
But on the other side, I need you to know that he's also there and with you. And he also says to me this. He's bringing me over to his passing, and he's making me have this feeling of you not knowing how sick he actually was, or you not being told that he was ill. He also has to touch on that. Because when I'm speaking to your father, he talks about there being this hurt and pain with you that you were never told, that was never brought to your attention that your dad was as sick as he was. So your dad is here to take that off of your chest right now, because he said to me, I should have told you, I should have told you, I should have told you. But he also was telling me that he didn't want to make a big deal.
I had to find the pause button.
She's already nodded vigorously to all those statements at the very beginning when he first brought it up, that he was sick.
Carol?
Yeah, Carol. Both of them were nodding.
That's true. Yeah, the daughter is still nodding.
So he's just rehashing everything that she's already affirmed, right? She's already said yes to all of this. There's nothing new here. And he's just slowed it down a little bit, because that first bit he really went through really quickly, and he's slowing it down and talking a little bit more about it and adding the I'm sorry part.
Yeah, poor dad. He's sorry he didn't fix all the problems with your family before. He had to wait until he died so he could fix all the problems. Do you think they're all fixed? I mean, seriously, he says he's fixed all the family drama on the other side. So is this woman confirming that, oh no, everything's great now? No, nothing's changed. She didn't say, oh, that's why everybody's getting along so.
Yeah, is that what he's meaning by that? Is that they're going to be resolved now on Earth as well, not just in the spirit world?
Otherwise, how would you know that what Matt said made sense? Is there no check on this? Isn't there somebody who's supposed to be checking? Can we talk to a manager or something? I mean, what? Otherwise, Matt's just saying things like dad's driving a car on the other side, or his leg that was amputated is now regrown, or how would they check? Getting absurd now. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
And he says to me that was his issue. He's also telling me a name. Hold on.
A name. Did she say Grandpa?
I feel like
she did. I did actually replay that
bring me through to this name, and I don't understand it. Is there Bert? B-E-R-T?
My cat?
That's your cat?
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
But he's not.
No, it doesn't matter. He keeps telling me about Bert. So he knows about Bert. And the weird part is, I feel like he comes to visit that cat. That's the weirdest thing. I'm getting the chills right now because I'm like, he's telling me this name, and I'm like, it doesn't sound like a person's name. And your dad's like, just say it. And I'm like, and I'm asking your dad. This is how the conversations go. For all of you who are wondering how mediums talk, I'm not talking to your dad. I'm like, is it Bertie? Could it be Bertie? And your dad's like, no.
I call him
like,
Bertie Boo.
Just say Bert. Just say Bert. That's what I kept saying.
Yeah, that's my cat.
That's crazy. Because I'm asking your dad, well, is it Albert? Is it this? He's like, Bert. Just say Bert. Just say Bert. So no, it's his way of acknowledging about him being there and like visiting your cat as well, which is like so crazy. Because your loved ones in spirit, they come back to your house. So even though your dad didn't get to see that cat or be in connection with that cat, right? They come back to our houses, our places of living, and they check up on us, and they see, the family members that we adopt, even our pets here in this world.
But the thing is, I never met him.
Yeah.
I was never born.
That's crazy.
He died 2 years before I was born. So
yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's crazy.
The spelling too, B-E-R-T.
Yeah, because
Bird is B-U-R-T.
there's no other bird in my life, in our life.
That he knows about the cat for some reason, because I keep hearing that being said, and it's crazy because
That's
because
awesome.
like I said, your loved ones know, right? And the crazy part is that that's his way of just acknowledging that. That's creepy. But no,
All right. This is just the most stupid thing I've seen in ages. So go ahead, Adrienne, you're first.
Okay, where do I start?
I'm going to come back to you now.
So first of all,
Just
I
wanted to
thought it,
pin my
oh
head.
yeah, yeah. The whole Bert thing, it is interesting to me that he threw that name out. But what is obvious to me, at least, is he's looking for any kind of uh, hit with that. And he basically comes clean with that. He says, well, I was thinking it might be Albert or Bert T. Like, I'd never heard of Bert T. And what is really interesting about that Bert T is it is a tea company in Eastern
Oh, you were
US.
thinking of Bert T, like a tea.
Hmm.
I was thinking of Birdie.
Oh, well, there you go. Who knows? But see how many hits you can get from that?
Yeah, Birdie could be a nickname for somebody, but you found a Bert T?
Yes. Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah. It's a store. I Googled it and it's in West Virginia. And I think it's West Virginia. I'm going off memory, so you know how memory can be. It's somewhere back east.
And they're
And
back east.
but what I find really interesting about that is he did not spell it. I actually played this back a couple
Oh,
times when you
I
sent
thought
this
he
to me.
spelled it.
I don't recall him spelling it, and I went back to see, and
Oh,
he
people are gonna
didn't.
write in the comments, you guys. Go back and rewind it.
Yeah,
Because I thought because I said, did he spell it? And I looked
I
at the transcript and I didn't replay it a bunch of times, but I thought I saw it said Bert when I was correcting the transcript at the
maybe
beginning.
he did, and I just missed it, but I did replay it. Wouldn't that be interesting? But the only reason that I say that is because Bert T is Bert.
Hmm.
And so I thought maybe they were familiar with that T, and that's why and then they're connecting it with the T and the spelling of the T, but I may be wrong. I may have just missed it. It's possible
Oh,
that,
interesting. I didn't even
yeah.
go there. I didn't I
So
was
I
just
went
thinking
down the
like
rabbit hole.
Birdie,
Like,
Albert. I was just thinking all the ways you could use Bert,
yeah,
you know,
Engelbert.
Engelbert, Humperdinck,
Yeah.
somebody's last name, somebody's
Hmm.
nickname, somebody's
Hmm.
Bert could be, well, who thought it'd be, or Bert and Ernie?
Roberta, like Roberta
Berta.
would
Oh,
work,
yeah.
right?
And they'd call her
Uh,
Bert. Yes, of course. I
yeah,
never thought of a cat. Nobody mentioned the cat. The
including Matt.
daughter mentioned the cat.
They were so excited though, because it is an unusual
Woke
name.
her up. Woke
So
her
I
up.
can,
I'm telling you, she's scrolling. She's playing Candy Crush on her phone. She's done. Whatever, Grandpa, whatever, Grandpa. He said, what is her name? What is the name? And she goes, Grandpa? Wait,
Mhm.
he's getting a name. Grandpa? I mean, why would she say that?
I don't know.
That was odd. He's
Maybe
telling me a
just
name right now. And she goes,
she's probably
Grandpa.
thinking she's
That's the only
talking
name
to
she
him,
knows her grandpa from. Hmm?
but maybe she was talking to him, like, Grandpa, what's the name? You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, you're really gracious, aren't you? I'm just thinking that's the only name she probably calls her mom. She thinks it's the only
Yeah,
name her mom has. So
it's
dad is
possible.
dad, cat is Bert, and grandpa is grandpa.
But yeah, I just thought it was very interesting how Matt actually explained himself as to why he threw out the name Bert so clearly by giving all these different
He's
possibilities
just
as to
going
what Mr.
burr, burr.
Yeah,
Why does
Bert.
he saying burr, burr,
He's not actually, it's just your transcript didn't pick up the T.
Bert,
Yeah.
Bert,
He doesn't enunciate the
Bert,
T overly. So and he speaks so fast, I think, that the
Bert, Bert?
transcription just
You
didn't
think
get
there's a
it.
T on that?
Hmm.
I did not
But
hear it at all.
oh, isn't that funny?
Bert,
Yeah.
burr. I just heard
I maybe
burr, burr, like Raymond Burr or something, or
oh,
wow.
it
See,
could
this
be.
is the thing. That's why we
Yeah.
have a guest host on, because I see completely something different than you did. And
Yeah.
the people in the comments are probably going to see something else.
For sure. And I'm probably not right. And we're missing a ton of stuff, right? I mean, this is what our brains are like. And I think we're illustrating it really well.
The big reveal. The big reveal. Say it. What is it?
Big
What would just happen besides Birdie?
big reveal.
Yeah, the daughter
Oh.
wasn't alive. She's never
I
met this
forgot.
grandfather.
Yes, yes, yes. I know what you're referring to. At first, I didn't know what you're referring to. Yeah,
Okay,
she's
sorry.
never
Our
met him.
psychic connection is off a
It
little
fizzled.
bit.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
fizzled
even though
there.
our screens are right next to each other, we should have a better connection. But I'm sorry, I messed up. But yeah,
Yep, that's right.
yeah, she's like 25,
Yep,
30.
never met him. Yep.
He died 2 years before she was born.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been nodding in agreement the whole time about all the stuff about her grandfather. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's never met him.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother's just like, 30 years, no big deal. Fresh in my mind. I remember my dad like he was just here. His greasy, how he smelled,
Mm-hmm.
his hands, all that. She's got that memorized, right? Now, this is rewriting her memory because she's got this memory of her dad that might have been
Good
different.
point.
And now she's having her memory
Yeah.
rewritten. It's dangerous
point.
to do this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But that's
Yeah.
just this thing with a cat is so stupid.
Of all the things that you want to come through from,
And they're looking at the
Spirit.
cat. It must be on the couch over at the other end. She's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh wow, it's my cat. And the cat, yeah, he this is his way of showing you that he's coming through. This is his way of showing evidence.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't mention cat. He said,
Mm-mm.
I'm getting tired. Something's going on in my brain. I've watched so much Matt Fraser the last few months, October, November, December. Oh my God. I'm probably doing 4 or 5 readings a day, and it's just getting to me.
Are you able to understand him better as he's, with his fast talking?
I did have a
thought I
dream
was
the
a
other
fast
night. We
talker.
had an argument. Matt and I were having an argument. I don't remember what it was about, but he was in my dream and we were arguing about something. So, oh my gosh, I have to switch to something else for a while or take another break from him. But this thing about the cat bothers me so much because they just
Mhm.
want it. They're just like,
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
course, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, I
2
feel
more minutes
badly
left.
for the
Let's see.
sitters. I mean, they still want to hear from their dead loved ones, right? And
Well,
it's,
she didn't even know her grandfather. She should have no emotional attachment to him other than she's got more of an emotional attachment to her cat.
Mhm.
And
But now she's going to really have an emotional attachment to the cat.
it's going to be a joke all through Christmas. Oh, so this was recorded on December 21st, 2025. And Adrienne and I are recording this on January 6th, 2026.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So in this, I'm sure all their Christmas celebrations were Grandpa came through and he's here now and he's watching the cat.
Mhm.
Why would the dead come back to tell you about their smelly hands, their shed, and that he's trying to settle arguments from the other side and he's sorry he didn't settle them now. So that's why your drama, there's so much drama and everybody's life's still screwed up because he didn't do it here and he's sorry. And dang it, he's just here to watch the cat.
Well, don't forget the medical issues.
Oh, that's right. She's gonna have to have surgery again.
Mhm.
I want her to go and say that to the doctor. So, doctor, my father told me that I'm going to be needing surgery again. Really? Is your father a surgeon? No, he's been dead 30 something years. He died in 1989.
Poor woman.
Just
Oh.
and the doctor's going to go, okay, we're going to have to send this woman for evaluations. Because I am getting punch drunk. Okay, so we can do this. Let's see if we can get a little further. But now, yeah, now that everybody knows that this daughter has no idea any of this stuff is true. I mean, other than family lore or whatever.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
she's been nodding in agreement the whole time as if she's, oh yeah, grandpa died a couple years ago. I knew him well. Oh no. This is great motivated reasoning. Motivated.
What freaks me out, I don't know what these names mean or what they are. Like when he kept saying me, Bert, that's the first time I've ever heard that name in a reading. But like I said, it's his way of just coming through and like acknowledging he's in that house with you and like he sees that cat and I feel like that cat sees him. So it's his way of just bringing that through. What?
He's my favorite cat when I go and visit my daughter.
Oh my God, that's amazing. What?
Because he's the only cat that comes to me.
Really?
Yeah, maybe
That's
that's
interesting. Well,
No, it's
that
not
he knows
interesting.
about it because
Not
like
at all.
St. Bert, that's pretty cool.
Oh my God, I love it.
Well, listen, I'm gonna leave with that. And you know what's so funny? I never heard anybody name a cat Bert either. Like that's like such a weird name. And like I almost wasn't gonna tell you that because when I was connecting with him, it didn't sound like it sounded unfinished. So when you tell me Bert, I'm saying to myself, it's gonna be Albert. And then you potentially said no, Bert, and I'm like maybe Bertie, and he's like no Bert. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like I gotta be hearing this wrong. It's gonna be more to that name.
Oh,
But
I
you're
have
getting the
to,
chills right now. Oh my God, I love it.
yeah.
You know, but like I said, that's just his way of validating. I always ask Spirit to validate things we couldn't Google, Facebook, or possibly know, right? So that's just his way of just validating that he's there in your daughter's house with you, right? He's there when you're with that cat, that the cat sees him come to visit, because even though the cat didn't have a connection with him or know him, our pets can still see Spirit as well.
No kidding. All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm gonna leave you guys with that.
Okay. Have
I
a nice.
also, and thank you by the way for not boycotting me over in Canada. I appreciate that.
Oh my God. Never.
Thank you
Was
for
there-
that. Thank you for that. So I said, so at the same time, I also want to go and see, because you know what's going on with the whole Canada. There's it's so funny. There's a lot of shows that they didn't want to put me out in Canada this year because of what's going on with trade and whatnot. So I always appreciate it when I see people from Canada here. I also at the same time want to go over to, and wait a minute, these souls are not respecting me.
Oh, Canada doesn't want him. Shucks.
Aw, he's been to Canada. I believe he's been to Alberta. And
I know he has been to Calgary. Yes.
I thought
I
that
have not paid to go see him.
well, now you'll have to.
Oh,
But that was the most boring thing. He's well, that's really interesting. And I'm thinking, no, there is nothing interesting about what you just said. Okay.
he got chills though. He got chills.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Because he thinks he got more of a hit than he normally does, I'm guessing. Shouldn't he feel that way all the time when he has these readings? But anyway.
Oh, gets used to it. Okay, so you sum it up. You're the one that's got to get to a math student. Tell me about
Yeah, I
this
do.
Canada thing. You got anything else on that? Why he's not getting to get into Canada right
I have
now?
no idea. That was the first I'd ever heard of it. I don't know why that would be an issue, other than you have to apply for a work permit of some kind, some kind of visa when you come in and make money. And maybe they said no to him for whatever reason, or he didn't want to do the paperwork and therefore he's just saying it's too much work. I don't know. I can't see why it would be difficult for him to come here, to be honest.
In one of the November readings we listened to, he said they canceled. He was talking to somebody in Vegas and they said, oh yeah, I had tickets for your Vegas show, but it was canceled. He goes, yes, it's like a ghost town in Vegas. And this is right after I had been in Vegas like the week before. I'm like, this ain't no ghost town over here. But he was canceled in Vegas. They had to reschedule to April. So
interesting. Well, I do know
business
tourism
might be down.
Yeah, tourism is big time down in places like Vegas and Florida.
Right,
And
but they still got to put people in seats. And if he brings people in, they're going to keep them there because
that's right, for sure.
not like a whole overhead. But go ahead.
No, all I was going to say is that I noticed that he likes to fill in what has already been told to him by the motivated sitter. He's very good at spinning that story. And I can totally see why those people would go away thinking that he knew things that he could no way know.
Google or Facebook, he said.
Yeah. well, this is,
like
as
he
you
said,
say,
anything specific at all.
No specifics to begin with. He gets specific after they fill things in for him. And that's a continuous pattern. And once you see this, you really notice it. But you do have to be paying attention, because what's one of the things that happened when I was doing the angel readings, he had a different approach to those, because he's not reaching to connect with a dead relative. So he doesn't have to get that right. He's connecting with your guardian angel, who is some entity that's out there that just has never lived. And so the approach was much more relaxed, and I relaxed more. And I'm going, oh my God, he's getting all these hits. And then
Did you really?
But then
That's
you said,
fascinating.
you told me, go back and listen again. And he starts off just as general. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. But because he didn't have the same order or pattern that he has with these psychic readings, it's very similar, but just that slight difference, I kind of relaxed and went into it. And maybe I was tired.
Well, we're humans, and
Yes, I can.
women are conditioned to, this is a man of authority, so we're going to listen to the man in authority, and he's got a charismatic personality.
And he's famous, right? Famous in that world.
Yeah, and he's looking
He's
right at you.
charismatic.
His eyes are right at you.
I think the only thing that I would like to add besides that we didn't hit on today was how mean he could be. I was shocked. If he's not getting hits or they're not reacting, he drops them and tells them to pay attention.
Pay attention.
Yeah, not nicely.
He crosses himself like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you people? Why are you not paying attention? Well, we've seen the kind side. I've seen him in real life, and he's quite, not very kind.
As a teacher, that horrified me because positive reinforcement works a lot better. But in this situation, I understand people are going to want hits more if they know he's going to chastise them. Right? It just, I don't know. So it was very, it's been very enlightening to go to these things and to see a different person. He's much more polished than the mediums that you and I have critiqued before. He is definitely more professional. His backdrop is professional. Everything about him is professional.
Clothing looks perfect with the scenery, the hand gestures.
The angel wings in the background. Everything is very purposeful.
Lights. It's very, it's a performance. He's a performer. That's all I see. This is a man.
And he's a good performer. He's good at it. He's very good at spinning that story back to you. That takes talent and practice.
Well, he's been doing it for since like 2010 or 2012. He's done thousands and thousands and thousands of readings.
And if you think about me as a teacher, I taught high school math for a lot of years. I'm not going to tell you how many because that tells you how old I am. And every year I'm teaching the same curriculum, except when there's a curriculum change, but it's mostly the same every year, year after year after year. I get really good at spinning stories around the topics that I'm teaching to make it entertaining for my students. That's what's happening here. He's a polished entertainer who's really good at weaving stories and picking up on the story.
People who are desperate to hear from. They're already pre-selected and motivated to hear whatever he says. Very sad.
It's very sad.
Do you think that this woman wanted to come? She came to this reading thinking she was this is who she wanted to hear from, or do you think she had somebody else in mind? But he said, "Did your dad die, or did your dad pass away?" So she knew she had to go with that, and he just stuck with it. I mean, it might have been her husband or another child, or
put it this way: she may have she wants that reading so badly. It doesn't matter. I don't think it really matters to her as long as somebody comes through.
Yeah,
that's a guess, but that's how I would see it, because she was pretty excited right from the get-go. I think these people get pretty excited at being chosen.
It's a lottery. They know it. They know there's lots of people on this call, and only a few people are going to get called, so they're excited.
And that's actually part of the strategy too, I think, is they don't actually know how many people are on the call. I think if they knew how many people are on the call,
and they will know soon.
Yes, I'm not sure if they'd be quite so willing to part with their money, but maybe they would be. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know if they actually knew.
We do know, and we will reveal that when this. Stay tuned, people. We know the answer to the question already.
Because I thought it was odd. It doesn't tell you how many people are there. You never know how many people are there.
So Adrienne, it is really great to see you. Thank you so much for showing up. It's hard. You got a busy schedule, and I'm just kicking back over here watching Matt Fraser readings. So I'm ready to lose my mind.
Better you than me.
Yeah, you're going to be flying in pretty soon, so that's great.
I'm excited.
We'll talk about that later, but I know you have to get off to your appointment. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
People leave comments underneath and check out Adrienne's work. You know, she does a lot of great work. All right,
check out my latest. I was going to say, check out my latest article in Skeptical Inquirer, the paper. Version. I wrote an article about Leanne Moriarty's book, Here One Moment, which involves a psychic medium. So it is a wonderful book, and a wonderful book about how easy it is to believe and why it can be dangerous. And it's a really interesting read. I listened to the audiobook. Audiobook was excellent, but read it or listen to it. It's really, really good. So please do take a look at that
I think it's a great idea.
review. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Adrienne.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
Hard to say goodbye, isn't it?